Welcome Battle Brothers, I am the epic narrator. Today we're going to be painting and reviewing Ill-Gotten Games' Tavern. These are 3D printed minis, so perhaps this is the future of the hobby we're looking at right here. The review of these models is going to be at the end of the video, so stay tuned for the final result. Let's check out first how I decided to paint these guys. First thing I did was spray them with a matte black undercoat, and then once that was dried I hit them up with a Corax white undercoat as well. As you can see here, already though we're starting to see some of those print lines, and some of them you can see quite clearly. Next I did the base coat, so these are all going to be coat d'arms, and one of the best thing about coat d'arms paints is that they don't have any ridiculous names. So we get blood red for the lady in red, the old man we're going to be using dark grey, grass green for the bard and the sad bloke, dark blue for Nicholas Sturgeon, brown leather for anything that's a kind of light brown, and then wood brown for the tables, the chairs and any dark leather. Buff for blonde hair, flame orange for the ginger hair, and the skin base coats are going to be sun-tanned flesh and oriental flesh. Anything that is going to be white, I'll use the colour linen, because you're not going to be seeing many peasants roaming around in gleaming, shining white gowns, are you? Now the next stage is I'm going to hit these guys up with some washes. Now a lot of people would just blanket these guys with either Agratzer, Shade or Nuln Oil. Now that seems to be the fashion these days. Personally, I think this can make the model feel a little bit samey, a little bit muted, maybe even a little bit muddy. So I like to use appropriate wash colours for each area. So in this case I'm using Army Painter. So I'm going to be using dark tone for the chairs, the tables and the dark browns, and also the old man's beard. I'm going to be using soft tone for the linen, the whites, the skin and any of the light browns as well. Blue wash, red wash, green washes accordingly depending on the colours. Okay, so here's what they look like with the washes on, and I think you'd agree you'd be well within your rights to just stop here. I mean, of course these are NPCs, we don't need to go crazy on them, do we? But I do think there are two further steps that we could do just to bring them to life that little bit more. The first extra stage I'm going to do is go back in and paint over with the base colours again. So this is going to act like a highlight, and it's also going to bring those colours back to life so they don't look so muted. Second extra stage I'm going to do is with the Army Painter dark tone, is that I'm going to pin line where I think there would be any shadows, or where maybe one colour meets another colour. Now what this will do is it will make it pop a little bit more and make everything stand out. Very last stage is to go in and just get those fine details. So these would be bracelets, the cups, the eyes. On the loot I've put a couple of little lines down just so it looks like there's some strings on there. And also if we look at Nicholas Sturgeon's boots, I've painted those black, and then I've gone over with a coat d'arms black wash. Now why did I use that coat d'arms black wash? It does have a little bit of a shine to it. So I think that this coat d'arms black wash is perfect for things that you think are black leather, just because it has a little bit of shine. Also I put a purple wash on the miserable looking guy. Reason being, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's diseased, perhaps he's a mutant or something like that. I mean, it is D&D, right? Just let your imagination run riot. And here is the final result. Now we've got an instant tavern, perfect for D&D or perfect for any other RPG you might be playing. So let's think, how long did this actually take? So it took between about 2 to 3 hours, but that's including spraying them and also letting those washes dry. While those washes dried, I went down and got my dinner. So does that count within the prep time? I don't know, you tell me. But I think you would agree that for not too much money, this instant tavern is not too bad at all. You know, I mean, you could get a couple of sets of these and that would be even better. So my final conclusions and review. I am very, very happy with these. Didn't break the bank, And for 3D models, to be honest, they're not half bad. For NPCs, I mean, what more do you really need? They're simple, they're easy to paint, they're detailed enough so that they don't look too out of place. I mean, already my DM creative juices are flowing. I mean, look, here we go. Here's a cult leader with 2 of his many wives. Maybe these guys are the terrible wizard twins. One's a drunk, the other's a powerful battle mage. This is a beautiful young maiden and a miserable old husband with their wood-earth bodyguards. These models as well, they're not going to be breaking on you. You're not going to have to worry about their spears breaking, so they're going to be easy to transport. Down points, of course, these are 3D printed models, so they're not the highest quality model you're ever going to buy. But again, NPCs, what else do you need? Also, maybe it's just the material mine are printed from, but I do find that without sealing them, they did seem to be chipping. So you might have noticed that there is some chipping in mine around the chairs and around the feet. So immediately I went and sealed them. Fingers crossed that sorted the problem. These are great quick models to bolster up the ranks of your NPCs, and every DM needs a tavern brawl, right? So if you want to get these guys, the link is below. And that's it today, Battle Brothers. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Leaving a comment or just a like really does help the channel grow. It helps to activate that juicy YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see me paint up some more NPCs, you'll be in luck. I'll be doing that in a later video. May the Emperor protect you through Nurgle's Blight.